Welcome to the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, your morning shot of what's new in the world of real estate investing. I'm your host, Victor Menashe. On today's show, we're talking about a major supply chain disruption that's going to affect the entire construction industry. James Hardie Building Products is one of the largest manufacturers of cement board exterior siding. Their products are used extensively in residential and multifamily apartment construction. And the company's been struggling to meet demand for product for much of the past year. This past week, the company wrote a letter to all of its customers with some rather shocking news. I'm going to read the majority of the letter to you and discuss what it means if you have a project that's in need of exterior siding products. It says, "Dear valued customer, James Hardie Building Products remains committed to serving your business during these very challenging times, and will continue to focus on driving efficiencies within our supply chain in order to serve you better. With lean principles guiding our actions, we understand that as demand continues to increase, we must be agile in order to adequately flow product to your business. As you know, we've made several changes since February of this year to streamline our existing manufacturing and supply chain capabilities and are shipping more to the market each day. In order to ensure delivery and the ability for you, our customer, to effectively plan your business, we're announcing the following changes below. Effective August the 4th, 2021, they're instituting a pause on their milled artisan, also known as their Aspire Collection products, until April 1st of 2022, meaning you're not allowed to even order that product until April of next year. They announced the discontinuation of the 1x2 Hardie trim, the Hardie soffit beaded porch panels, and they've discontinued their 4x8 James Hardie backer panel. They're making ordering rule changes effective August the 16th. Number 1, Hardie trim cannot be mixed with other products. Number 2, Hardie plank and Hardie shingle siding and 7/16 trim can be mixed on the same truck, but not mixed with other products. Number 3, Hardie panel and Hardie soffit can be mixed on the same truck, but not mixed with other products. And number 4, Hardie backer board lead times will be extended to 16 days, but they have to achieve full truckload quantities and cannot be mixed with other products. In the world of multifamily, the multifamily desk will not be quoting or contracting new orders for new projects indefinitely effective August the 4th. Existing contracts will be shipped to completion. Any open quotes will be considered expired effective August the 4th. So they're basically saying that they're out of the multifamily business. That is, at least directly. Next, they've put their customers on allocation. They've updated the allocation volumes to represent their ability to serve. The Hardie backer is also subject to allocation going forward. Details of the allocation plan will be available through the local representatives and local distribution partners. They're acknowledging that these changes are going to be challenging and that these steps will maximize their manufacturing capability, enabling more product to be produced in order to serve the customer better. I'm not going to read the rest of the letter, but this gives you the main essence of what's going on here. And the main question is, if you're in the world of multifamily construction, when will the desk open back up to service that market? And they're basically saying that it's an indefinite pause of the order desk, and they're going to continue to communicate with the market when they're able to resume service through the multifamily desk. So let's break this down. They've discontinued certain products that were maybe not selling as well as others. They've tried to consolidate their manufacturing efforts on a smaller product set. They've diverted the manufacturing capacity to the remaining products in the portfolio. But next, they put a bunch of products on allocation, and that means that you are not going to get 100% of what you order. So let's say you might get only 90% of your orders, then you're also going to be subject to certain lead time restrictions. Now, if you're an existing multifamily customer, does that mean that you'll no longer have access to products from James Hardie Corporation? The answer is no. The adjustment is in the path to servicing the market. So all of the products are now going to flow through a single dealer distribution channel, whereas previously you could order directly from James Hardie through their multifamily desk. So whereas different customers were competing for supply allocation, the different sides of the company were trying to balance their volume between essentially two different supply chains. Now they're streamlining that through a single supply chain. But if you're in the world of multifamily investing, you probably don't have those relationships because you would have been ordering direct from the company. So now you have to build a relationship with the dealers and distributors, presumably at a higher price point, and you're competing with other customers for access to that volume through that channel. The company's leaving it to the dealer-distributor network to manage the allocation for all their customers. So if you have a project that's relying on cement board siding, What alternatives do you have? There's another company called Allura. Well, I've used their product recently in a project. It's a good quality product, but they too are experiencing supply chain issues, and they too are not going to be able to service the market, just the same as James Hardie is having problems. You have the option of going for a shorter lifespan product like a wood product. You have the option of converting from a siding product to something like stucco, which also has longevity issues and moisture issues. It's very difficult to find a very low maintenance siding product that's cost effective, and that's why Hardie has been so widely used for so many years. Most of the alternatives are vastly more expensive. Masonry is much more expensive. We've spent the last several days trying to figure out why they chose this particular path, and I think we're starting to make some sense out of it. Basically, James Hardie was trying to figure out if they were going to aggravate any customers, who were the best customers to aggravate. If you're a single-family homeowner and you've ordered a home from Horton or Lennar or any of the national home builders, and now the delivery of your home is going to be delayed, that's a massive public relations issue. Whereas if a large multifamily developer or institutional investor gets delayed in their project, that's not going to make front page news. So basically the company decided if they were going to aggravate any particular customer, where would it cause the least reputational damage? I can tell you the contractors I've spoken with all have been shocked by this action. So the question is, why am I telling you this? Why is this even important? Well, it's important because we may start to see more of these types of decisions being made by suppliers in the construction industry, and we can expect more significant supply chain disruptions where there's very few alternatives for material substitution. We've been speaking about how important it is for anyone who has a project that involves any form of construction to secure your materials and secure your supply before you get too deep in your project. As you think about that, have an awesome rest of your day. Go make some great things happen. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.